Hey guys, in this video we're going to be playing a game called Battle Academy, which is a turn-based tactical game set in World War II. On the campaign, there's actually multiple here, quite a few actually. Campaign we're going to be starting with is the Western Desert campaign. Western Desert, 1940 to 1943. Battle between the Allies and Axis forces surges back, yada yada. You can read it yourself. I mean, hopefully people can read, so. With neither side able to, yeah. Anyways, so, North Africa, 1940-43. If it ever loads. There we go. Okay. First scenario in the campaign is called Capture the Fort. It's very, as you can see, it's really a comic book. Really kind of, I like the aesthetic of it. I mean, it looks kind of cool. And then when we get in, you can actually see the gameplay. It's kind of cartoonish, the models and the way everything looks, but I kind of like it. It's really nice, and the gameplay is also really tactical. Actually, really does a decent job of being a good turn-based game, but we'll see that when we get into the game itself. But anyway, sorry, to capture the fort, the Italian forces are lured out of their fort by a British convoy. Their light tanks race out in pursuit, unaware that the British armor is lying in wait. Ambush the Italian attack, occupy the fort, and hold it against any counterattacks. So it's really some really neat artwork. You got a desert fort, probably an old fort. It's been there for a long time. Little British or Italian L3s racing out, unaware that the British Matilda tanks are waiting to ambush them. So, a nice starting scenario for the campaign. We start out with 3 Matildas, which are pretty good. You can see their stats up here, and then we get in the game. I'll scroll over some of the enemy vehicles so you can kind of, compare and contrast. But basically, the Matilda for 1940 has got really good armor, 71 armor rating. It's definitely got better armor-piercing attack than it does high explosive attack. So it's better against just fighting tanks or armored vehicles rather than trying to lay down support. Anyways. Okay, use the hills to ambush the Italian tanks, then advance up this road and capture the victory points around the fort. So these 3 points. So we start here. We'll ambush the Italian tanks here, move up, and capture the fort. Here we go. We have a little tutorial here. I've already played this. I've been playing this game for a while. And so I'm not going to pay too close attention to the tutorial. So the tanks, we're going to get into an ambush position here. And I might turn down the sound effects a little bit more. Hopefully that's enough. This tank up here. That's not what we want. And this tank, we're just going to have him turn to face that way. Because they'll be coming from this direction here. Here's the fort. And the victory points we gotta capture. So like I said, it's really cartoonish, but it's pretty good actually. It really is pretty good. Oh, we're going to, over here on the left we have different support tabs that we can use. In this mission we get artillery, which we're going to drop that right here in the fort. It's kind of a broad, barrage basically. It'll hit multiple areas. You hear the Italians on the radio complaining that they're getting attacked or, artillery's hitting them, so that's how you know that you're hitting something. Okay, here are the Italians. Yeah, I get it. See, they didn't see that I was here, so they rolled into my view, so my tanks got to shoot at them first. So now that we've ambushed the first tank, I'm going to take this tank up on the top of the hill, and he shot at us. So If I scroll over him, you can see his stats in the bottom right corner of the screen. He's got an armor rating 20, 22 for high explosive, and 11 for armor piercing. So he's better actually at suppressing areas, or using high explosive. Well, for him it really wouldn't be high explosive; it'd just be whatever the L3's got. Like I don't know if it had 20 millimeters or what the heck that's supposed to be equipped with, but it's not very good at fighting tanks. I'll just say that. It's really not good against the Matilda. So our chance to hit is 40%. Our chance to penetrate is 100%. But our overall kill chance is only 40 because it's hampered by a chance to hit. When you move around, when the target you're shooting at moves around, and when you also move around, it really makes it harder for you to shoot and hit things. So there we miss. We got to fire back, and we'll shoot again. Now we have a better chance to hit him. And
target eliminated.
Very good. We shall move this tank up. And because we were moving into his view, he got to shoot at us. So we're going to shoot back. 10% chance to hit, but you never know. Yeah. Well, and the size of the target also matters too, I think. Because he's a small vehicle, or small tank, it's harder for us to hit. We'll move up the other Matilda. Okay, so we missed both shots, but that's just how it goes sometimes. We'll leave that tank there. He tried to run up and hit us, but he's kind of put himself in a bad situation.
Scratch one.
Okay, they've been destroyed. Very good. We shall clear these wrecks here, and then we'll do something. Okay, yeah. Get out of here. 2 Bren carriers have arrived. You can use them to deploy infantry more quickly. Use the infantry to support your remaining tanks and capture the enemy fortress. Okay, now we got our infantry support. These little Bren carriers are really fast. And we can also use our... Get out of here. We can use our artillery again, which we're going to have them just keep barraging the fort. The tanks up. Now I know for a fact, because I've played this mission probably half a dozen times, that there are infantry hiding in these rocks. So what I'm going to do is have my tanks press these areas. Even though they can't see anything, they can still shoot into the area, and it'll help kind of suppress the enemy infantry. I guess I already moved them. So we routed one of the enemy infantry units here. Somebody else is retreating and yelling about. We shall... But I want to move up there because the enemy infantry will be able to ambush. If you get close enough, they can, within one pile of them, the infantry that you don't see can actually ambush you. So it's not good to get a lot. But I think we might have them suppressed. Run the Bren gun up here. Bren carrier. Bren gun carrier. Next turn we'll assault these guys here that are hiding in the rocks. Okay. Actually, we'll see what happens if we can get away with it. Yeah, they're still suppressed. So now I'll take a better chance of killing people.
No! Tiratemi fuori di maledizione! Maledizione! Maledizione!
We can shoot them, or we can assault, which we're going to try that. We got 93% success, and we capture the position. Very good. Deploy them there.
Tiratemi fuori di qui! Maledizione! Maledizione!
Okay. 93% on this side.
Scratch one.
Very good. Now we have these positions. We'll move up. It would be really dangerous just using tanks without infantry support in this game, which is really nice. It's very historically, accurate. On some of the more urban maps that we'll hopefully get to show you, if you send your tanks into towns or cities or whatever with no infantry to help clear the buildings, generally they just get chewed up, which is very historically accurate. Launching a counterattack. Okay, here they come. I gotta be careful. These things can actually kill my Bren carriers. I keep wanting to call them Bren gun carriers, but Bren carriers, I'll call them that just to make it easier. So I'm gonna try and use my tanks to try and... Yeah, I know that.
Maledizione!
He's surprised he's gonna run away. Well, he's not gonna run away, surprisingly. Bring him over.
No!
Yeah, don't yell. Okay. I'll use my gun guns over here. Gun carriers over here.
Siamo sotto il fuoco nemico.
Assault this position. I'm going to turn down the sound effects just a tiny bit more. I think it might be a little bit too loud. Alright. Now, these guys, this infantry squad is probably going to move over here and attack this position. Okay. They still have one tank out there.
Tiratemi fuori!
Yeah, I know.
No!
I have to keep an eye out for it. As for these guys, I'm going to keep moving.
Tiratemi fuori di qui!
Pretty sure they're surprised.
Maledizione!
These guys are going to move out. You got to be careful with your infantry. You don't really want them getting shot while they're out in the open like that. Or at least it's not as good. You keep your infantry in cover as much as you can. I'm gonna drop artillery right here. I'm going to keep moving out to try and hunt down this tank.
No!
Scratch one.
Okay, he's down. Which is good. Which means... Okay, there is an infantry squad there. We're going to hit them as hard as we can.
No! Non sparate!
Oh, good. They just routed. Okay, we'll move these guys. Those guys might be a little too close. Can I call this artillery? I need to stop. Yes, I'm going to stop that action. I'm afraid the artillery barrage would be a little too close. I'd probably end up hitting my own guys. So, up here. Let's run these guys up here. That was a little bit of a risky move, but okay. See if we can't soften that up a little bit first. Oh, they're routed. Okay. Very good. We've captured the Italian fortress. Wipe out the remaining enemy units. And I guess we did. So, cool. And here you can see how many troops we lost, how many troops they lost. Man, I didn't lose any, so that was good. And that was the first scenario. Now, the second scenario is called Desert Convoy, and this is going to be a different video. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. please like and subscribe, leave a comment, and all that good stuff. If you have any suggestions, you know, whether you want me to talk louder, talk lower, don't talk at all, I don't care. Please leave them in the comments. I'd like, you know, suggestions and all that good stuff. So anyways, you guys have a pleasant rest of your day, and I'll see you later.